Hello Broducers, it's Özgün here. In this tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to make fat drop leads, and if you think your leads are not in the mix, they are pushed to back, they are not front, they are not powerful, you will learn something good from this video. So I was working on a drop, and I thought it's a good opportunity to show you how to process the drop leads and make them stand out in the mix. So this is without leads. Okay, that was the drop. So my melody is something like this. So it's one octave down and one octave up. It's my drop idea, it's my drop melody. So I need to find the best sounds. They are fitting well together. So my first sound is this. It's from Saber sample pack. As long as I use similar characteristic sounds, it should be glued well. So let's go other sounds from this pack. For example, lead 5. We can work this one. And let's assign it to a new mixer channel like this. I already prepared 3 channels. Let's hear how they sound together without any processing. So without processing, they both sound like this. So we have a problem in here, and that is one of the sounds are playing one octave higher. So let's find out which one. So the second one is playing one octave up. I'm gonna choose Ctrl A and I'm gonna hold Ctrl and press down arrow button to move everything just one octave down. Now they should sound good. Still not glued like 100% because we need to make sure the portamento values, they must be same if you want to glue them. So it was like the middle. This was on, it was on the end mode. I made the same. Let's hear. And maybe less release to the second sound, because the second sound is when the first one is finishing, the second one's still there, and it's kinda annoying, so I wanna make it like this. That's gonna work. So let's add one more layer, because I usually use 3 layers, but there's no rules on them, obviously. So let's try this layer from Vandalism sample pack. Almost same characteristic, right? So I'm sending it to the lead 3rd channel, and this is already set up. Let's copy the MIDI. Okay, let's stick these 3 layers. First of all, I'm gonna make the individual volume balances for the layers. And I always use Camel Crusher to make them more hearable. And Camel Crusher is giving a really nice attack to the layer. And I really like it. So one of them should be the main layer, probably the first one, because I even find the melody while I was hearing the first sound. So I'm gonna balance the other sounds according to first sound. Maybe we can give the second sound an overdrive. This overdrive gives really nice body to the sound, and I really enjoy how it sounds with it. But sometimes it's when I adding it to the leads bass, I use it like this, like parallel, because if you use it on all the sounds, it's gonna be really muddy. That's why you gotta be careful on this. So let's balance these two together. And go to the third sound. Maybe we can use any head preset, but without the fat mode, because this preset is giving a nice distortion to the sound. If I push it back, it's still be hearable. And after that, if I need, I always clean the low end of every individual sound. Let's go one by one. Because we need to save some headroom, and we really don't want any low end from our leads, because the low end is belong to kick and bass. And I can just make some tweaks. If you boost like 5K, 10K, that area, you can make a sound more present. And let's go to the third sound. Okay, they sound good to me. Let's hear 3 of them together. That's really nice. So the first thing I'm gonna add is one more EQ and make sure all the lows are cut. And I can see, like, in this area, I'm lacking of some of the frequencies. So let's fix that. That's really fine. And after that, let's add a sidechain. I don't want to remove everything. Maybe I can use it like 80%. That's really fine. So in here you have several options. You can use some compression, some OTT, or something to give the color. So let's add the reverb. Since everyone is using Art Acoustic, I really recommend it to buy. It's really nice reverb and you can get tons of cool presets. So I'm gonna use this preset. So I'm gonna use like 3 seconds of decay, and if you move the predelay like this, you can give some space to the leads, like the initial transients. Let me turn off master, so it's not gonna lag anymore. Screen capture, it's... Yeah, as you can see, reverb is really important. So you gotta find the best preset that fitting to your track. And I'm going to sidechain my reverb to my leads. So it's really easy. You can just use a 40 peak controller and just right click, link to controller, this drive at knob, go and find it, drop lead peak, choose invert. That's all. Now you need to adjust the volumes. More you push the volume, the more sidechain gain reduction in your reverb bus. That's really fine. Let's go use OTT because I think we can add some more mids to the sound. So never use OTT like more than 20-30% on your leads. It's gonna squash them and make it really something else if you push it more. And after that, I would like to tweak the color of the leads. As you can see, my low mids, my mid area is a bit dull, so let's fill that area. So it sounds good to my ear, but always listen it with the full track. Never EQ something individually, because you need to be careful on the context, not the individual solo sound. And even you can feel it with more effects, maybe with some delay. So let's try some ping-pong delay on our leads. So I'm gonna use it like really slightly. And even if you still think that your leads can be more present, more fat, you can use some coloring EQ instead of this. So in here, I just boosted some of the frequencies, but FabFilter Pro Q3 doesn't give any character to the sound. So EQs like this gives the character, the ones with the knobs, like you turn like this and you don't have any much more options. We can try that one. So we boost like 365 in here. Let's disable it and boost it from here. It's gonna sound different. Like this area. And 6K area, let's boost it with this one. And let's disable this. And as you can see, let's turn one another. And you will see the difference when we use some coloring EQ like this. So the SSL EQ gives a really nice character, some unique identity to the sound. Like it's boosting, but it's giving some color to it. That's why I prefer that kind of EQs. And lastly, you can add some stereo enhancing to the leads. So I was adding it like at the first because I was too scared to use it with here. Because you know the order of the plugins are matter. If I put it here, I just make stereo enhancing processing to the leads, then my FX chain will be applied to the leads. But if I put it, for example, after my delay and reverb, so it's gonna stereoize every sound, like the reverb, even the delay. So it's gonna be more glued. Now I'm putting it like almost end of my chain. So be gentle with it. If you do it like this, the sound is gonna be really thin and it's gonna make no sense in the track. Okay, let's compare the old leads without the processing, and we will see it with the processing after that. So this project is a bit heavy, sorry for the lags, but you get the point. To have a proper present fat leads, you need to pick the sounds like really fitting well with each other. And after that, you should make sure you don't use any delay and reverb from that preset because it's gonna clash with each other and with your track. And after that, you can use Camel Crusher, you can use Overdrive, some distortion plugins, even Fruity Wave Shaper is one of the best saturation tools out there. You can use them to make them more fat and then make the volume balances. And after that, just make small like coloring, little compression and more coloring EQ. When you're satisfied with the result, you need to put some delay and reverb. It can be any plugin, any kind of delay, any kind of reverb. It's all matter about your track. So it's all about your imagination, how you wanna hear it. And when you finish all the processing, add some stereo imager. You can make the leads really more white. But even you can use like this. If you want, you can just put like here. For example, you can put some S1 and you can put some stereo shaper. So you can process the stereo separation tools separately from layer to layer. That's fine too. So there's no one rule on them. And when you're satisfied with them, just add some sidechain, and you are good to go. Your lead's gonna sound good in your track. So today that was it. I hope you can apply this to your own productions too. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next video. Bye bye.